the brown community could $1,500, a cooking video, and a profile picture change lead to one of the wildest career beefs we've seen in a while. Joty and Katapa went from low-key jabs to a full-on online war. Instagram stories, lawsuits, exposed screenshots, and even leaked addresses. These two don't back down, and now it feels like everyone's picking sides. We're not here to pick who's right, who's wrong. We're here to unpack the chaos with y'all.
I'm here to pick who's right and who's wrong. I think there's going to be clear sides. I'll explain the history. I'm not huge on Katapa either, but, you know, he is fearless. Both of these two are probably the messiest creators in the game. And this is coming from a guy who's kind of messy himself, but, you know, at least I can compare myself to this situation with Joe. I'm a little bit above it.
I mean, who doesn't love a good internet beef? You know, like, the brown community thrives on this type of shit, you know? And nothing gets attention like an internet beef. I'm starting off, you know, in case you guys don't know, who is Katapa, who is Joty? Joty K has been doing content for a while now. She lives out in America. She does more information style videos and shit from what I've seen. You know, I have good working relationships with both of these guys. So, like, I'm not here to start no beef with nobody. I'm just, you know, unwrapping this with y'all. Katapa, he's been doing content in the brown community for, like, years. He's definitely, like, wild out there doing his thing. He's on the YouTube side of it.
I mean, I'm not too big on Joty K. I am blocked on her stuff. We had a little bit of a beef a while ago. And since then, she never unblocked me from any of her stuff. Even her TikTok unblocked. Like, think about that. Like, TikTok was made, like, it became, like, a big platform after our little beef, like, 6 or 7 years ago. And she, I guess, made her TikTok and still had the thing to, like, yeah, I'm going to block only your ass.
And she doesn't like you, bro.
That's a long-standing beef.
She don't like you, bro. I mean, both of these guys have a reputation of doing beefs in the past and, like, you know, doing something. I'm pretty sure, like, Joty was known as the clapback queen or something. Katapa's been known for beefs anyways. Like, he doesn't give a fuck, you know? This all started with Katapa basically dropping a video, calling out Joty's boyfriend, saying, yo, husband, you owe my cousin $1,500. Mm-hmm. We don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is false, but he dropped the video saying it.
Yeah.
Which led to a lot of shit breaking out, I'm not gonna lie.
You know what, though? Here's the thing always, right? Now, if that is slander, if that is bullshit, you know, of course somebody would react in a way that's kind of like, oh, like, what the fuck? Why are you making shit up? She didn't really do that, though. And we'll see that within the video. She just started to attack Katapa's character and other things like that. And, you know, based on the history of what it is, like, I believe Katapa. I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened. I don't know what that guy's money situation was, why he needed to borrow the money. Maybe he was owed that money from before and then something happened and he's like, well, fuck you. Like, this is my shit. But I think the fact that she reacted so strongly and just went on full offense, rather than at least explaining that situation, I think that's all we need to know about what's occurred there.
Vice versa, though, if, like, you do love somebody and you feel like somebody you love is getting attacked for no reason, you would clap back hard. Like, if you love somebody, you would do that to, like, love him hard, you know? She called him a fraud and shit, said he's lying, but, like, I don't know if she directly talked about that. I hadn't seen that myself. Yeah. So, I don't know, yeah. I feel like that, you know?
I'm basing it off of Katapa's videos. He himself said it. And, you know, the thing is, like, if you're going to openly deny it on your platform when there is public forum and knowledge that could get picked up, that if she denied that she ever even owed this guy paper, then that would have been brought up, like, right away. Which hasn't been brought up right away. Which leads me to believe that there was some paper owed.
Because this shit fucking exploded. Yeah. She's dropping IG stories about her. Yeah. Dropping, about him, sorry. Yo, I was opening IG and I saw she leaked Katapa's address. I'm like, fucking hell, this is fucked.
That's crazy.
I was shocked though. I was like, because I know him. I've been to his house, bro. Yeah. I was like, well, this is fucked, right? That poor guy, he's talking in his video. He was saying, like, yo, like, why'd you leak my ID? But, like, that shit got taken down in, like, 15 minutes. Like, I saw it get taken down after, and she talked about that shit after, too, you know?
So, you know what the thing is that, like, girls almost have this extra, like, layer of they can go further. Because if that's a banda, he's leaking your address, it's a pretty quick clapback. You know, there's gonna be some problems, there's gonna be some fucking, like, I gotta get shit kicked, or I'm in a shit kick boo. Like, that's gonna go down, right? Now, her husband was even, like, fucking saying, like, well, I'm sending 55 guys. Like, let me tell you this much. I know some of the craziest guys. Well, actually, I don't know something like that. But the guys who I know who are actually about it and who are actually fucking crazy, they're not rolling around with 55 guys.
Yeah.
You know, 5 to 10 bande honde. You got a crew, they're coming. 55 guys. Just when you know somebody's going to make a claim like that, you know they're just fucking pokers. And, you know, it seems like two bullshitters have gotten together in this amazing matrimony.
We're going to play the video of Katapa starting this all up. This is the ignition to this whole situation. We're going to get deep into this. We're going to get to the nitty gritty of this, you know? I'm starting off with this video that Katapa made.
Today we're gonna be cooking rice and butter chicken. Joty के दे boyfriend ने मेरे cousin तो $1500 ले सी ता मसा ही उन्हें 4 महीने बाद मोड़े आ बस thank you करना चाहता सीगा.
Watching it over again now, he did say that he gave the money back.
Yeah.
So he didn't really diss him then.
Yeah. So, okay, so that's the other thing now. Now, okay, why do you need the $1,500 for? Who knows? I mean,
He really needs to borrow money.
yeah, maybe the paper just need to be borrowed, whatever. One thing I'm wondering is, like, why is it kind of like a subtle jab within this video? Like, it doesn't really fit within the video.
Maybe something ignited it.
Yeah.
Because it's a voiceover.
It is a voiceover.
And everything else is live recorded,
Yeah.
if you notice, but that was the one voiceover in the video.
But you are saying that, like, okay, he gave me the money back after 4 months, so he had decided that this is the line I'm going to use within it. If the guy didn't pay you back full out, then I guess you could drop it in, but it's still kind of a strange one to throw it in. And, you know, that's the thing. He wanted it to be inflammatory. He wanted it to be kind of to pop it off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he knew that Joty K, being who she is, could not help herself. You know, was foaming at the mouth.
I really wonder what it was that, like, ignited it, though, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there's some fucking beef. Like, this industry's gross, right? There's a lot of people who just have big egos, I mean, and, yeah, this kind of shit gets popped off. Optics is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, dilo fucking banda saaf, yeah. People don't even think about that anymore. Everyone's like, optics, how am I going to look to the public?
Yeah.
And these people live on die on that, right?
And after that, bro, both of these guys' communities fucking go crazy.
Yeah.
Katapa's community is going wild. Already going ham on him, going ham on her. Joty's community is going crazy. They're going wild on TikTok. I'm seeing this shit on my For You page. I'm like, damn, this is wild, man. And this is where it gets even worse. Joty ends up sending a cease and desist letter to Katapa, which, man, oh man, this shit just made it 10 times worse.
Hi, this is a formal notification. I've attempted to resolve this matter quietly, but your ongoing use of my likeness and defamatory behavior has left me with no choice.
Wait, your use of my likeness and defamatory behavior?
So she's been using that kind of shit, you know, on his videos. If it is public forum, I think you're allowed to be using clips. Like, that's reaction videos, right?
Yeah.
Now, you should, the main thing is, I don't think you should be able to say that this person's a thief, this person's, like a pedophile, this person's a fucking, like, saying shit like that, that's actually can get you in some trouble. But if you're just commenting on someone and, like, you're kind of dealing with the facts of the the facts on hand, is that the
Yeah.
then you're allowed to fucking kind of discuss those things. If it's all public forum, you shouldn't be making shit up. Regardless, I'm sending you a legal cease and desist. You are being given 72 hours to comply with the demands outlined, or legal action will proceed through both Canadian and U.S. authorities. If you do not check this account regularly, I've also sent the letter to your sister via email, and a formal copy is being mailed to your address via certified mail. Please consider this your final warning. This is all bullshit. You cannot fucking sue anyone for any of this.
Okay.
You're a public figure.
You can't. So you, like, even if someone's talking shit about you,
You can't, unless they're like completely like made up things.
but all he said was he gave the money back.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure he said a lot of things. He's probably called her a bitch, you know, or et cetera, et cetera. But those are just insults. You got to sue someone for that. This is like kind of her. I think it's to create like a paper trail. Now she'll eventually probably try to catch this guy in another thing. Now I'm gonna let you guys know, when I had this little beef with Joty K, she said something about things having their bugs on too tight, and that was like the whole beef. So my community went at her pretty hard. I was a small fry at the time. I got a reaction out of her. We had a FaceTime call. She cried on the FaceTime. What? Yeah. Why are you going after me? She was playing victim in that situation. So throws the stone, hides the hand. You know, casting stones from a glass home, right? The flip side, I got some people that came out of the woodwork and explained some very inflammatory things. Without going into the details, she's had a few cease and desists on herself. because of the fucking shady shit that she does in the background. Fake accounts reaching out to people, defaming their character.
See, now you see like two opposite sides. Like this guy has fully beefed Joty K.
Yes.
And I obviously had nothing but good experience with it personally, from my end at least.
Yeah.
And like obviously it's okay, everybody can have an opinion on somebody. And I really break more into it.
We're grown now. I mean, this kind of stuff is not cute. This fucking online beef, So I'm often choosing peace. That's why I don't speak on this kind of shit as much anymore. But it's exactly what I just said. You want to throw the stone, you want to hide your hand. You're doing the same fucking shit, and now you think the rules don't apply to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is fucking like this ChatGPT. Like, I don't think she's smart enough to come up with this kind of wording and everything.
ChatGPT.
And then this is the part where she probably wrote herself. If you do not check this account regularly, I've also sent the letter to your sister via email.
But doing that basically made the Katapa drop this whole 20-minute video. We're gonna go a little bit play by play through and just break it down, see what's going down. Fuck, it gets deep, man.
ਮਹੀਨਾ is December. ਜੋਤੀ ਕੇ ਦੇ ਹਸਬੰਡ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਜ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ $1500 ਲਏ ਸੀਗੇ। ਬੜੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਜ਼ਨ ਨੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪੈਸੇ ਦਿੱਤੇ। ਤਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਉਧਰੋਂ ਸੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਹੋ ਗਈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਪੱਥਰ ਸੁੱਟਿਆ ਸੀ, ਫਿਰ ਬੜੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੱਥ ਲੁਕੋ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ।
Yeah, I just said it. Throw the stone, hide your hand. See, Katapa and me on the same wavelength.
Man, break it down. Kick it down. I see it.
तो मैं ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ? ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਕੁਕਿੰਗ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾਤੀ। ਜੋਤੀ ਕੇ ਦੇ ਬॉयਫ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਜ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ $1500 ਲਏ ਸੀ। ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੁਕਿੰਗ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਕੀਤੀ ਭੈਣ ਚੋਦ ਉਹਦੇ ਪੱਦ ਨਿਕਲ ਗਏ। 7 ਸਕਿੰਟਾਂ ਲਈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਲਾਸ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਤਾਂ 2 ਹਫ਼ਤਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਨੇ ਬੜੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਨਾਮ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ।
Okay, so this is all the shit that like we never got to see. You can't see anymore. All the screenshots, like I saw the screenshots day off, but I never got to relook at them. I'm seeing how like, so she's talking about the Gore Movement Gala and shit, because she was upset that he got given an award.
He didn't get the award.
Which comes out after. It wasn't even for him.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, man. I mean, you got to do your research because we've all done it. We've all spoken on things without having the full breadth of the information. And then you end up making yourself look like a fool. And this is stuff that you should be getting better about it as you age. It seems like there's still a little bit of high school that's left in this grown woman. You know, you're reacting first, then you're being like, oh, fuck, I kind of look like a fool. And you kind of almost back yourself into these corners where this is your entire defensive personality. You're always going to just be like, oh, no, fuck it, it's not like this. I got to make sure I come out looking okay. I got to spread lies or misinformation and things like that just to discredit the other person, when the goal should be finding the truth, coming to an agreement, coming to some, understanding with one another, right?
I mean, looking at it, I haven't really seen Katapa crazily going off on her until all the way at the end.
Yes.
Which honestly makes me believe that like he's not really trying to be all childish about it. He's trying to be mature enough to do it. I could be wrong. There could be shit I don't know, but I'm unwrapping this with Joel. You know,
look, Katapa is childish. You know, let's that's his brand, though. I mean, again, a lot of the stuff I like what he does. I think he's fucking hilarious. There's a spectrum of extremes. He's fucking on the far end of the extreme. Sometimes I don't agree with.
And we've been on the extreme ourselves as well.
Sure.
We've definitely done some extreme shit, so we can believe. So we can see that side of him that like a lot of y'all can't.
100%. You know, the thing is, like, in these sort of things, like at this point in my life, if this was me, I wouldn't be handling it like this with this fucking online shit. Because public forum doesn't actually matter. We're all here eating our popcorn, watching this stuff, and making fun of the situation. I don't think more highly of any of them as a result of this beef. I think Katapa's hilarious, so I'm on the side of Katapa, but it's making Joty K look terrible. It's making her look like super petty, and he's got all the fucking kind of backup and evidence to go against her, but it's also making Katapa look fucking childish and fudu in a way too.
That's what beef does, man. Beef makes everybody look childish, you know?
Absolutely.
But let's get back into the video.
ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਮੇਰੀ ਭਾਬੀ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਜੋਤੀ ਭੈਣ ਜੋ ਬੜਾ ਕੁਝ ਭੌਂਕੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇਰੇ ਬਾਰੇ। ਮੈਂ ਓਕੇ, ਗੱਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ।
Katapa sells nudes for a living to make money, bro.
ਕਹਿੰਦੀ I sell nudes. No, ਜੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ you selling nudes, ਆਪਣੇ ਫਰੈਂਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ you guys are selling nudes.
I love you too, Granite.
ਉਹ ਸਾਲੀਆਂ ਆਪ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਰਮਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜੌਬ ਡਿਸਕ੍ਰਿਪਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ। ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ we sell content. You are selling your body on the internet for ਪੈਸਾ। Joty K is literally the same person she is in this video today that she was 5 years ago. Candy?
Guys have been sending me pictures of their, yeah. Boom, there it is, and I'm just like, oh,
People send me pictures of their all the time.
why do you think they do it?
I don't know why. I'm just eating ice cream.
Why would a guy send you that? What are you doing on your Instagram?
Eat my ice cream? Just my hand with an ice cream cone. I mean, what is that? How sexual is that?
Yeah, okay.
This doesn't happen to South Koreans.
I don't know if I just look like I want these pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he's basically going into a whole new tangent of like putting like her, what's the word? Her fucking, just calling her a fucking thotty and shit, which is like obviously like against the topic, but like he's using it to prove his point of like what's going on, using old flips her and shit.
If it looks like a horse or acts like a horse, it's usually a horse.
I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really have anything to do with the video, but
It doesn't really. This is like kind of character questioning at the situation. It's an attempt to discredit.
and maybe he's doing that because of all the shit she did to discredit him.
Of course.
Because he did say that he wasn't even going to drop this video.
Absolutely.
But he did drop this video at the end.
This video, though, I've seen this clip before. It did make her look pretty bad in this situation, and she got the fame that she wanted for it. I don't know what the hell her goal was with this, but it wasn't great.
My fucking diamond ring is worth more than how much you're saying he owes, bro. $1,500. The ring he got me is $25K, baby. So what happened? What's going on?
It's a moissanite f***ing ring, you dumb bitch. It's lab made.
Okay, so it's a common trope. Like, oh, why would we need $1,500 when like the ring guy got was fucking 25 G's? Mainly got the A-horny up. I'm not saying it's a moissanite, right? I'm not saying maybe it's a lab made diamond, maybe it's a natural diamond. That's besides the point. The point is she's probably bigging it up. You know how sometimes when you buy jewelry, they'll tell you like, oh, like your chain's actually worth 25,000, but because we're direct wholesalers,
It's like
10,000, right? 10,000 is a lot of money to spend on a ring, and it's crazy that we live in a world where people are expected to pay on a ring, but that's what it is in the opera community now, right? So that's the thing, like, you're just trying to, like, do these, like, childish, like, what are you, fucking 15? What are you, 16? Oh, my dad makes more money than your dad? Like, not to poke fun at her father's situation, that's...
I don't even know the situation.
That's about it here. I'm going to pull that one back. But, like, it's just like, oh, I have more money. My boyfriend's got more money than your boyfriend. Like, it's just this childish fucking shit. My ring, 25 G's. Like, Big Peter, who even bought you a ring? Why? Divorce you?
Yo.
Strictly, Joty K and husband. Kharni, थोड़े लाग गया यो. मेरा फोन नंबर लीक करने की कोशिश की थी. मेरा एड्रेस लीक करता सी ते. भैन चोदिए.
Hey, you gonna be on road as well? Toronto road? Will you be there as well with Katapa?
To a random f***ing fan. धमकियां. किन्नियां धमकियां दित्तियां सी मेनू.
What up, little pussy?
कोई गल नहीं तेनू देखूंगी मैं, don't you worry.
Let me take a flight out to Toronto. They're born to pataake pone.
Do you feel like this made her into the bad part now? Like, now she can't even play victim. She leaked his whole address and she called him out and everything. Like, do you think that's the thing that put her into the spot? I think this is what kind of like put her over the edge.
100%. It's just such footloose shit to do. I mean, you guys are having online beef that is fucking entertaining. And if it's not a opportunity to get clicks, then you guys should be figuring it out in the background anyway. Why even broadcast this shit? You guys are obviously trying to get some fucking clout over this entire situation. Now you do leak the guy's address. That's just such a fucking footloose move, right?
Because here's the thing too now, Katapa said he has 20 gigabytes of fucking defamatory and shit like that. And he's like, he can get her sent to jail for this. Which I don't know if it's true or not. But like, to play devil's advocate, like both sides have been doing kind of like stupid shit like.
Again, I've seen a legal document where a guy put a restraining order against her. I've seen it. And it was full on. It wasn't no ChatGPT one. This was before ChatGPT was a thing. Full on thing saying that she was portraying herself as X, Y, and Z. She was calling this gentleman's sisters and family saying that he shit kicked her, things like that. This is all hearsay, but I saw the legal document, so I'll leave it at that. Maybe that guy made it up. I'm not trying to, say that these are facts. This is just what I was shown in my little squabble all those years ago.
These are both like people who have been known to do beefs for a long time and known in the game. Yeah. So this is like fucking Super Saiyans going at the beef in the Brown community. Like, I don't think there's anybody else in the Brown community who would have a bigger beef than these two.
I'm not saying Katapa's innocent in any of the situation, but to take it that far, to leak a guy's address, I mean, again, it's childish fucking shit to do. Like, let's say he gets shit kicked. that's coming back at your husband or you guys. But if that guy's willing to fucking, go the legal route, and if not, you fucking jump a guy at his house, what do you think? He's just gonna let that go? He's coming right back at you in that situation.
And to be honest, we've had our fair share of beefs in the community ourselves. And I can say one thing we have learned is that stay away from the beef, de-escalate as much as possible, man.
Honestly, it's not worth it, right? At the end of the day, most of this shit's not really worth it. It's all so fucking petty. If there's actually a beef, if there's actually some issues, then it goes that route, right?
Then the community reactions start coming out. What is the community thinking? From your end, what do you think the community was saying first? I saw that, people are, this is entertainment. Nobody's really picking sides. No one's really saying, I'm Team Katapa, I'm Team Joty. It's more entertainment. When that video came out, I don't know if a lot of people are watching it. When Joty was rocking her stories, that shit was getting shared around. The community was, they're like, I love watching this. It was entertaining.
I love this one guy. He said, Joty, how old are you?
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure she's born in 88 or something. So she's 37. They're still doing these fucking drama.
People were kind of shook, yo, what are you doing as well? Obviously you can have a mix of reactions, To be honest, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of this was just for entertainment, which did get escalated to points maybe it shouldn't have gotten escalated. I'm not here to pick sides or anything. I'm just it's very interesting. I wonder how it's gonna play out in the future, to be honest.
It probably won't play out any further. I mean, the thing is, her husband's gonna have to have her back. Obviously, they're married, right?
Yeah.
And now, if that's the type of guy who's looking for fucking problems and he's looking to fucking, shit kick Katapa, then things do spiral out of control, especially if Katapa is gonna, clap back. Obviously, a guy who is not scared to this level, there must be somebody that he's close with that makes him feel safe in these situations as well, right?
100%.
Otherwise, people usually don't do this kind of thing. And at the end of the day, operate again. We got egos. We're not going to take this kind of shit lightly.
Exactly,
Not, right?
So, I want you guys to comment down below what you guys think is going to happen next. This basically ended off with Katapa just saying a big FU, and I haven't really heard much from Joty's side going forward. Comment what you guys think was going to happen down below. If you guys want more episodes like this, comment down below. Until next time.
Yeah.
We love you.
Thanks for tuning in.